Tired of doing the same thing. Let's get this straight. I gotta say, we not have-nots. My time, don't waste. Tattoos, goatee, they don't mean a thing to me. You ain't no judge, so don't judge me. This is how I carry myself. They ain't teach me nothing, I don't know nothing. This is how I carry myself. They ain't teach me nothing, I don't know nothing else. In this, I take care of that damn. Else it was spills, I don't like that damn. Yo, hustle, it's very sour. Mojo hustle, Austin Powers, bring it in by the hour. I ain't fucking with these grams. I distribute it. I ain't hustling for an outfit. She ain't my type, she ain't gonna fit. Majority of these niggas are counterfeit. They right, stay on top of it. Survived off these eggs and grits. Thankful, some ain't have shit. That's relevant, so I count a blessing. Pray more than less stressing. Heading in the right direction. Stand up when the devil tests me. Welcome everybody that's watching, man. I'm finna send it to you in a minute. Give me 1 second, sir. Let everybody get some time so they can come in. I want to make sure I started on time, but I'm still getting things ready for the show. So y'all bear with me. I don't own the rights to this music in the background. I don't want no strikes, no nothing. Man, I hope y'all Monday is going the way that your Monday is going. With that being said, whatever you're going through it for a reason. Whatever you're going through it for a reason. Here on Grown Man Mondays, we talk about current events, mental health checks, sports, etc., whatever, which way it go. But today's topic, I'm gonna get my boy on right quick. Once I get my stuff together, I'm trying to do that. All right, should be the star. Yeah, I sent you the link. Yeah, down here, man. Majority of us, some of us, we some screwheads, so that's what I like to listen to. For all my people that's viewing from other places. Shout out to everybody who's being productive and recognizing what they needed to work on without somebody telling them to work on it. Always be aware of your surroundings. Always pay attention to everything that's going on. And don't be readable. Stop being readable. Whatever you're doing, that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. Whatever you're doing, that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. I need you to know that first and foremost. Whatever you're doing, that's what you're supposed to be doing right now. So be the best at it. Don't let nobody tell you what's right and wrong. Don't let nobody tell you what's right or wrong.
Preach, brother.
How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. I'm feeling great. I'm actually gonna be off camera because I'm actually moving some some furniture around, but I can still politic, of course.
Well, okay. Well,
Let me get
okay.
myself.
When you say moving some furniture around,
No, not
like,
like that.
you. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, yeah, like literally moving furniture
Okay.
around.
Okay. The real furniture. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was man. It's gonna make me have to catch a flight. I like moving furniture. Yeah. I'm good, man. You know how you be in download mode sometimes?
Pause, but okay.
Yeah. No, that wasn't no possible. That wasn't even close. That wasn't even close. That wasn't even close.
Oh
Yeah, you
man.
tried to get me though. You tried.
Yeah,
That
I
was a good
tried.
attempt.
That
That
was
was
a
a good
reach.
attempt. I'm paying
That was a
attention to what's
reach.
coming out today.
That was definitely a reach. But yeah, when you
Yeah,
say what you're referring to is like just being under the radar, like low key.
yeah,
Okay, I got you. So you've been on a low key tip lately.
yeah. And it's making everything move slow. It's fast, but it make everything move slow. And it's like acting. Every scene you in, you got to dissect your scenes. Because you know what scenes you're gonna be in. Because you wake up and you do it again. Them
Yeah.
scenes, I'm gonna tell y'all again, that was a definition. That was real quick and swift too. That was like a little jab. That was a little quick jab. But for all the ones that's in the position that you're in right now, just know whatever position you're in right now, that's the position you're supposed to be in.
Yeah, man.
I got
It's
one.
it's
Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. No, go ahead. You good? Go ahead.
Yeah. Uh, and I'm leaning into the topic that I came up with, and the topic tonight, I wanted to give about two because I got to share some of this stuff while I'm on, so I can get it all out the way and I can my all. Because whatever's supposed to be laid down today, it was predetermined and premeditated that it's supposed to happen. And if somebody listening or somebody that's going to listen later on, they're going to decipher what is being said and they're going to digest it. And then when they digest it, you're gonna see the fruits from it.
Hmm.
And that's why I say whatever you're in right now, you're seeing the fruits of whatever you have done. Okay, you can deem it bad or good if you want to. You can deem it bad as long as you deem it something. But don't let nobody tell you what's bad and good because they're not experiencing what you're experiencing and you're not experiencing what they experience. So respect experiences. It's difficult because you have your opinion.
Hmm.
You can't let your opinion get in the way because you can't let your opinion. You can't have feelings off your opinion because that's the way that you think. You cannot try to prove to somebody else that's how they need to think.
Yep.
But I
I
love
concur
them.
with that.
But I love them.
What's love got to
So
do with it?
what love got to do with it? Because they taught us the wrong definition of love anyway. The definition of love that they gave us, that is not the definition of love, by the way. That's not the love that the God was talking about in the Bible, neither.
Nope.
So, with that being said, everybody, let me do this right quick. Uh, yeah, go ahead and tell me about your weekend or whatever, right quick. It's going to take me about a good three
Um.
steps.
So it's not necessarily. So let me say this. So yesterday on my show, the
Yeah.
title of my show was "Out with the Old, In with the New,"
All right.
and the reason why I was coming, I had that on my heart was because with me, basically remodeling a few rooms in my house. And in doing that, of course, anybody who has moved, you know that when you move, you find a whole bunch of stuff that you had that you didn't know you had. And some stuff, sometimes you find things or you have things that don't bring value to your life,
Look,
but you find yourself holding on to it because you feel like you need it. And when you have your fists clenched tight, you're going to hold on to whatever it is that's in your fist, but you're not going to actually make room for anything new to come in. So you have to learn to let go. And I say that with the understanding that learning to let go, it's not always easy, especially, we hold on to things that we feel we want or is comfortable in having it, but learning to let go will free you from the bondage that holding on to certain things will put on you. So I said all that to say to the people out there that are listening to me, it's okay to let go. It's necessary to let go. Because when you hold on to things too long, you're not allowing yourself to be available for whatever it is that you're supposed to have. So in this season, I encourage anybody under the sound of my voice, learn to let go and don't be afraid to let go, because anything that's meant to stay in your life, you'll know. There won't, and anything that's meant to stay in your life will not cause any confusion, no harm, no, you're not going to have to second guess it. It'll be crystal clear when something has to stay in your life. When you have questions, when you have doubts, then you have to question what it is, or why do I need something that's causing me doubt? Why is it that I need something that doesn't really need to be there? So I just encourage anybody, if you're thinking about whether or not to let something go, evaluate the validity, or evaluate the purpose for what it is that you have or that you're questioning. And if you can't come up with valid excuses or valid reasoning for keeping something, then you may have to let it go. And again, it's not always easy to do that. But then again, anything that's worth anything, and I don't, you could correct me if I'm wrong, come see about me, because, we come from different walks of life, but we're similar in the way that we think. We're similar in the way that we approach a lot of things. I know anything that has ever been worth anything in my life has never come easy. So anything that's worth anything, you're going to find that it is going to be difficult, but typically it'll be worth it. So my encouragement for you guys that are listening to me, learn to let go. Doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but in due time, it'll be worth it. That's all I got, man.
Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. I definitely can appreciate what you said, because that means I'm lined up with what I'm supposed to be lined up with. Because right here on this side of the country, on this side of the map, me and you was in the same lane with our processes right now. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna elaborate more in the show, and then I'm gonna tell you about it. Then we can go back and forth with it, because that's what we supposed to do tonight. He's supposed to use us tonight anyway. So, but today's topic, and before I get on this topic, I want to give a special shout out to my mother, special shout out to my brother and my brother's wife, and then whatever it is that they need, that they get it. Not only do they get it, it'll be well appreciated. I just want to give them a special shout out, because it's been on my heart to say that on this platform, because I know they watch me and support me. But I want to tell them, whatever you're going through, you're supposed to go through it right now anyway, because y'all built for it to go through it, because y'all already, it was already said. But hang on to the positive stuff and keep hanging on to that, and then cut your ears off. For real, cut your ears off and stop listening to everything on the outside, 'cause that shit is crickets. And shout out to everybody that's doing the same thing that we doing. We holding that torch. You hear me, Esco? What we do is hold the torch. We that lamp that's at that foot here. I'm trying to tell you, man, we that lamp that's right there. And all we want you to do is get up out of that darkness and let you know that you be in a place where you can be warm and and where you're supposed to be. Ashe, amen, whatever you want to say after that. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight the topic is identifying your pattern.
Mm.
He say, let go, right? My boy said, let go. You got to identify your pattern.
That's good right there.
Okay,
That's
so
really
before we
good.
go any further, guess what? Before we go any further, That let go, that's a chapter in my book. Last night I was reading my book. Last night
Mm-hmm.
I read that it's 2 type of patterns. It's a pattern where you making progress, and it's a pattern where you on a standstill. And you need to write down your patterns and identify 'em. Once you identify some of them patterns, then you got to do what you just said, which is let go. Identify your pattern. You got to identify whatever it is that make you do whatever it is that you're doing, even when you said you don't want to do it no more. Hello.
Mm. I'm talking to somebody. Mm-hmm.
That means that whatever you're going through, you already you thought about it, you tried to avoid thinking about it, or you was thinking about it. And what I mean by thinking about it, there was the what if that was in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
See, when we live off that what if factor, that's our mind. You understand what I'm saying? That what if. We make a lot of decisions. You just got to know that every action has a reaction. We got to
Yep.
control the reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a stepping out of your comfort zone, right? It's a toxic relationship that involves the same arguments over and over, and is an example of a looping pattern. So tonight we're gonna concentrate on looping patterns. Now, I want anybody that listening that's gonna listen later, I want you to identify your looping patterns. What's your looping patterns? The same shit you keep on doing. And then
Mm.
my boy just say, let it go. Okay, so some shit you know you gotta let go because you know that shit is hindering you from your progress. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't say everybody can see it and they telling you that you're wrong. I'm talking about you are hindering your progress. I said earlier in the show, man, hey man, they gave us the wrong definition of love. They gave us the wrong definition because it's unconditional, which means you don't hate nothing. You got to think about who you hang around with. Because anyway, identify your pattern. We
Mm-hmm.
are repetitive creatures. We are repetitive creatures. Do y'all hear me? We are repetitive creatures.
Creatures of
We
habit.
gonna do the
Yep.
same shit, talking about we not gonna do it no more, and still do the shit again.
Yep.
Well, in layman terms, you know, that's somebody that was wrote about. Somebody wrote about this particular character that I'm speaking on. See, when you're gonna read from a Bible thumper, if you're gonna read that Bible, all you got to do is take out the name that was in the Bible, put your name right there in that position, and then that's how you know what they went through and what they did after they went through it. Remember, y'all, and I want to make sure I want to make sure somebody feels good. Remember, God's best man was David, and David was a fucker. King David was. Can I call a spade? Hello, am I accurate?
I'm riding with you, brother.
Okay, so he he was God's right hand man. So if you need that validation to where you feel like that you're in a position because God's punished you, I want you to understand something, man. God didn't punish you. You just fighting your own damn self. God ain't punish you at all. You pushing and pulling at the same time. I don't know how they look, but somebody need to stop pushing and pulling. And you gotta be direct and straight to the mark. The only way you can do that is identify your pattern. You concentrate on
Yeah.
the wrong thing if you want to.
Mm. I just, man, whew, that's when you say certain things, right, and when you have experienced certain things, you learn to appreciate the things that did not feel good, but in hindsight was for your good. Now, I'm talking to somebody right now, and I hope somebody out there is listening to what I'm about to tell you. What we're talking about here is identifying patterns, because in order for you to go to the next level in life, you're going to have to eliminate certain kind of patterns. You're going to have to. You're not going to be able to go higher if you're holding on to the same crap that you've been dealing with over the course of your life. It's not gonna happen.
And
The
talking about you
definition,
gonna change. I gotta add that
yeah,
part in.
yeah.
And telling everybody you're gonna change from that.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. You can't expect different if you refuse to do if you refuse to stop or you refuse to change. And change, in order for you to change, you have to identify what needs to be changed, i.e., identifying patterns, like my brother was saying. Once you identify those patterns, now you gotta take action. Now you have to do something.
They put something in your hand. They put something in our hands to take away the action part.
Yeah, and here's the thing, man.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it when you say people. You always say this. People love to quote the Bible, but they don't want to apply it. See, the thing about the Bible is that it says you can have all the faith in the world, but if you're not actually doing anything with what you are hearing, what is being preached to you, then it's not going to benefit you. So you have to take action by first identifying the cycle, breaking the cycle, and replacing it with something else. So it requires you to do something. It requires an effort from you in order for that to manifest itself. Don't sit there and blame other people and tell and say, oh well, this person did this or that. Don't blame everybody else for your mess, for your foolishness. Yes. Don't do it. Because people are good for that. Oh well, if such and such didn't do such and such, no, what was it that you could have done? Stop blaming other people for your mess. At the end of the day, you have to take accountability in some way, shape, or form. You have to. You have to. And when you realize I gotta do something, when you know better, you do better. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. Doesn't always work that way, but you're supposed to. Identify the patterns, break the patterns. It's not, you know what? It's not even good enough to identify the pattern. It's not good enough. Because you can know something is wrong all day. But if you don't take the steps to change, then all you're doing is just you're pointing the finger. You're pointing the finger instead of doing something about it. So it's not good enough, like my brother said, to identify cycles and patterns. It's not good enough. Now what are you going to do about it? Once you have that identification, what are you going to do about it?
You're going to do a pattern anyway. Let's just be real. You're going to do a pattern anyway. All human beings that are categorized as human beings, you're going to have patterns. We were created to be in patterns. We do everything in patterns. They created the pattern. But once you break that, when I mean they, I mean the ones who taught you. See, let's break this down. Come on, let's chew our food a little bit. When I say they, I'm not blaming a person in their craft, like a teacher or something. When I say they, it's whatever that whoever taught you, that's what you got to take away. That's what you got to look at it for face value. You can't let them do it. You can't. When I say that, you can't let them do it, because once you create your own way, it's called a free thinker. Once you create your own way, all free thinkers in a system is gonna be called rogue. They're gonna be called a black sheep. Yes, because you are free thinking. You only a free thinker is because you ask questions. You only the free thinker because you ask questions and you make other people think. When somebody just doing stuff, just doing it, they're not paying attention to nothing because they're doing it. But at one point, you got to stop. At one point, you got to stop.
Got to.
You can forcefully stop or stop like emergency brake. And a lot of us have to stop like emergency brakes because we cannot understand the warning, the yellow light. We can't understand. You think it's all go. No, sometimes it sit your ass down.
Sit down somewhere.
Sometimes it sit your ass down. And when you sit down, then you can connect. Like working out, you do something. That's the other pattern. See, the other one is the looping pattern. But the one that's gonna make you regress, that's the pattern you keep going, and that stuff sharpens your mind. I'm telling you, if you have not been working out and you go work out, I'm using that because I'm on day 23. If you ain't worked out in 7 years and you get up and go work out one day cool, but you come back and do day 2. Day 2 cool, but you come back and do day 3. By day 4, you're gonna say, "Oh man, this," and all the benefits come from it. Now let's substitute the workout and substitute something that's benefiting you right now. In your life right now, what is benefiting you? Shout out to my little sister for checking in on the podcast. Love you, sis. All the women in my life, I love them. They know I love them. I don't even have to go no, but they know. They got me, I got them, and that's just the way. We both in the same lane doing the same thing. We teaching and inspiring. We that light that's on the hill. And you who watches, you are the same one. Sometimes we have days where we feel like we're none of that. And and the only reason why we feel like that is because we did something we always did. And now we get down on ourselves. Stop getting down on yourself because you are a repetitive creature. You are a let's just break the barriers. It is what it is. You are a human being before anything else. You was a human being before you was a man or a woman. You got to put something that's first. You got to put it first. They want you to put God first. That's cool. And then when you start studying God, you start seeing that, okay, man, this must be different type of God you're talking about because you're not on the same message. So now I want you to take the gods out, and I want you to think about the people that's in your life and the people and the person that you are. Are you serving a God? And then you make sure the God that you serving, see that God that you serving lets you do the shit that you got to say, God not through with me yet. I'm not about to play with y'all tonight. I'm not about to play with y'all tonight. So now you got to identify God. What is God? Okay. I want God to be a peaceful God, like you said. I'm going to take everything that I want and I'm going to line it up. And then when I line it up, everything else is going to be attracted to me. I drugs, sex, hustling, everything, bro. Come on, everybody has lived something and done several different lanes. And if you think about it, if you was the best at it, then be the best at it. How you gonna half-ass do right? Fear got us doing half-ass right. Fear got us doing half-ass wrong. I'd rather be half-ass right than half-ass wrong. Because if I'm gonna be wrong, goddammit, I want to be wrong all the way.
You want to be wrong. You want to be wrong and strong.
I mean, how can you be nice this and nice that? I'm just saying, man, identifying patterns, man. Yeah. Every 10 years, it's a renewal. You want to talk about everlasting life. You want to talk about rebirth. Man, you ain't got to get out you got to get out your head sometime, man. You got to get up out your head, man. I'm going to say it again, man. David with God right here, man. God, David, he loved, man. God and David, they was cool. God loves some David.
They spoke cool.
The boy fucked up just like me. I thought that was me. That could have been me, Scott. You could have took King David's name up and definitely put mine up there. You definitely could have put mine up there. And anybody watching this, they should be up there with me. So those examples, you can be the king who says, "Say, man, it's something else in there besides what I put in there." And whatever it is that I put in there, whatever it is that's in there is protecting the shit that I put in there. So now you got to know how powerful you are if you believe in something. Come on, man. I'm not about to play with them tonight. Let's go. This is Grown Man Mondays. So, identify your pattern. I'm saying this. I'm standing on behalf of my brother because we gonna Esco, us three. We gonna sit down. Sometime this week we gonna sit down. We gonna break this thing down the middle and break bread, and it's gonna get some structure and some foundation. Because he put spotlight on us. We got some thing down here called the Galveston Awards. Okay, Esco, and it's Galveston, right? But we Galveston podcast, and It's not saying that we looking to be elected, you understand? But at the same time, so anyway, the moral of it is, okay, you say it is. Now, when it comes to you, now you got to perform. So now, you know, it got to come with a structure and everything. Therefore, it can be, because it's already consistent. You hear me? It's already consistent. This has been going consecutive days in a row. However it flows, and it flows just fine. So just put some order, it just flows fine. If you put some order in something in your life right now, it'll oil it down. Because there's some stuff that you ain't got order in, you just let it live in chaos. If you want to identify those patterns, that chaos pattern that you got, I got one. I know exactly when I chaos. I spiral into doing some shit that I didn't even want to do. But I'm gonna do it again if I do that situation again. I'm gonna do that shit again if I do this again. Raise your hand if you better have your hand up. If I do this again, I'm gonna do this again. You're gonna do it anyway. I mean, you're gonna do it anyway. You're gonna do whatever it is that you want to do. I don't care how much of good. A pastor can only make you. A teacher, or anybody can. You know, your mama, your daddy, your wife, your husband. Man, look, you gonna do what you gonna do. You are a human being for real. You control some shit, but just think about if you ultimately control. The only way that you can ultimately control, you got to throw everything that was taught to you away like a newborn baby. And then now you got to become it on your own. And now everybody's going to hate you. But once you're in the same umbrella as one group, you know what I'm saying? Now they love you, but then they spew out so much hate. I'd rather separate my shit from that because that's confusion. Why the fuck I want to join something and be confused for when I can be by myself and understand what's going on? And the only reason why I'm understanding what I'm going on because I know what love means, and it's not that definition that y'all gave me. Identify your pattern, Wrong Man Mondays. Love is not what they taught us it is. Now I'm retracing everything like a good host should do. You know, train everything over there. Esco, you consistent. So things happen to you consistently and constantly. Yep. It's overflowing. Sometimes you get in the coda and you just sit up there and you just say thank you as loud as you can. I ain't been there with you physically, but I know that's what you do because I do it.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
I drive, say thank you as loud as I can. Don't let me get in my car. And then when I'm in front of people, I just make sure everybody who I'm around feeling good. I'm dopamine. I mean, even if it's gonna be the one that ain't gonna smile, but God dog, you got one of them. And then one day you're gonna crack the code and you're gonna get the one who never smiled or smiled before. Cause it's all about it's all about how it flow. You know? Take away the fact that you got time in the day. If you take away the fact that it is time, if you take away the fact that it is no such thing as wrong and right, God dog it, you'll be something.
Whew. Right, but it's right,
you will
man.
be something. See, it's look, man. Say, I've been telling myself, boy. You know, this is what the older generation say. You're running from God. You're running from God. But the fact is, you're not reaching your fullest. Just think if you just cap it off. They took the capstones off a pyramid. Because just imagine if they put that top on there. They had to take that off. Why they took it off? Why is it off? Why is it off? See, now people's awakening should be awake. Now I know I'm talking to people who they come on, because they've been asleep. And I ain't talking about the narrative of sleep, of what they got out there, man. I ain't with all that narrative. I ain't with all that modern way of how things go. I'm totally against all that. Man, I'm totally against all that, man. I'm sorry. And I know people not gonna like it, but it is what it is, but I'm happy. And you know what? I ain't even happy. Because happy is only last a little bit. That's like a nut. Happy and nut should be the same thing. I think they should just go on here. That's what they do with words anyway.
You're not happy, you got joy. That's what that is.
Yeah. I ain't comfortable. Yeah, I was comfortable a couple of years ago. Comfortable get you in a bad spot, y'all.
Sure will. Ooh. Man, listen. I could do a whole,
get you in a bit, man. Come on.
I could do a whole hour on just that statement right there.
Yeah, I know. It hurts. But you gotta sleep on the floor sometime. Then when shit hits you, you gotta learn how to, you gotta take that shit sometime, man. Take that lick. Take that lick, man. That lick gonna make you ooh. Man, stop avoiding these licks, man. Stop avoiding it, man. Look. They call it being humiliated, you know, and then they say humiliation is what really make you. Yeah, humiliation ain't nothing but light. You know, putting your putting your shadow in a when you put your shadow out and nobody got to go dig for it. But when you dig for a shadow, you gonna find it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I let you know, then we can work together. Because then that means I trust you. Not even trust you. I know that you the same thing as me. I know that we are all one body. See how I threw that? I'm not about to play with him.
Yeah, you definitely not playing.
Yeah. Everything was designed, and when it's designed, you got to figure out that okay, in the design, what are you in the design? Because you make up the whole picture. You make up the whole picture, but what are you in the design? What type of design are you? Where did the design originate from? Yeah, you got a gift. You know what your gift is. If you don't know what your gift is, you keep doing it, then you're going to find out later. But don't have to hit your head so many times. But you have to hit your head so many times just so it can be broken. You got to snip shit off a rose so a rose can rose. Not the ones y'all use, ladies. Some of you niggas too. But that's just the here or there.
Yeah,
Hey, these
touching
times
that.
that we in right now, man. Hey, these times we in right now. Say, you better believe in something. Because at least there's enough strength. At least that's enough part of your outfit. Because every time you wake up, you got to put on your outfit. The Bible told you to put on your helmet, get your weapon, put your shoes on, and put all your gear on and go out there because you fist to get attacked. He didn't say you were supposed to go out there and get untouched. Nah, he didn't say that. He said you. I'm talking about he, the God that they told me. But then I noticed something. I know every day that see, if I'm here, then I'm here for a reason. Because it could be taken away right now. I could right now. He could right now. You could right now. Right now. But if you hear and you got it, then you know you got to keep doing what you're doing, and you're gonna be protected. You're gonna be favored. You ain't liked because you favored. They don't like you because you favored. They don't like you because you favored. They love you because you favored. Now you got to do something with the favor. You got to know what favor is. You the favorite one. You the favorite one. Everybody that's watching, you the favorite one. You the favorite one. Yeah, you had a lot of grace put upon you. A lot of mercy has been, a lot of praying been on you. But now you just believed in something. You believed in yourself first. And then you know how this thing go, because he said you was made in our image. Okay, so the God that I serve, the God that you serve is allowing you to do the shit that you're doing. Let's just put it to you like that. The God that you serve, because guess what? Guess what? It's one Bible, but me and you can read the same thing and get two different things. Tell me.
Yep.
Then I want you to go
right.
look up a definition called Elohim and let you know that Elohim really meant plural and that there was many gods. So now you got to go to the fact where it say, hey, I'm a jealous God. Wait, who you jealous of? Now that you got the meaning of God, and there's several other creations that's in Genesis too, when you talk about the breath, the rib, and everything else, I'm trying to add all this in and move and stay into my topic. With all that being said, with God doing all that and created it, there's several of them. So now which one that you fall under? Do you fall under the one that was sending people over there to go kill people? Do you follow the one that told them to go up there and make these rules so they can abide by these rules? And when they came back down for the rules, them niggas was totally against what you said. And then after you told them all the rules, they went over there and broke them rules again. So now that you learning a pattern, I'm tying it into our topic. Now that you learning the pattern, you fucked up. And you're going to do some fucked up shit. Can you limit the fucked up shit? Yes, you possibly can. How do you eliminate it? By changing your pattern.
Tie it together, brother. Go on to tie it together. Tie it together.
Got to know how to deal with it. You got to know how to deal with it. It ain't gonna rain forever, and that sun ain't gonna shine forever. And it could be consecutive drought. It could be real quick and spontaneous. But just know that it's gonna happen. You'll feel better when it happens. Everything that I experienced in this past 10 years, yes. And it's moving so fast. So if it's moving so fast, I had to stop and gather myself and slow down. I stopped and gathered myself and slow down. I started podcasting, I started talking, started getting out because when I was younger, all I knew was basketball. Basketball kept me out of a lot of shit. But when basketball was at a pause and a standstill, see, that's the shit that I believed in, y'all. The basketball was what the shit I believed. I believed in that basketball because I believed nobody could touch me on that court. O'Connell's finest. I need to be in the Hall of Fame soon because the 2 years of a double-double, that is enough. I don't want to hear nothing else. That's bottom line. Yes. Nobody could touch me on that goddamn. Anyway, identify your pattern. You got an attitude problem? You got an attitude problem. You know how to maintain that attitude problem. Don't put yourself in there. Nope. You can say anything, but the main thing you need to do is say that you love it. And I guarantee it's going to be fixed. If you want to find out what love means, change. Because that's what love is. Because before you meet love, you've been doing the same shit. Before you met love, you was doing the same shit. I'm talking to the people that's married. You know, I ain't never been married, but I tell you what, I know something about love because I played basketball. Nobody could touch me because I loved it. When I love to do something, that means that it's going to be done to the best that it can be done. So if I'm not going to give you my best, I need to cut that pattern out. Somebody need to have a pen. Somebody need to have, anybody got a pen and some paper, like old school, man. Don't go over there and try to text it on your phone, man. I'm giving you some of these old school, because some of that stuff, you know, made you stiff. Now it ain't stiff because they got electronics in your hand, and electronic is a new, I just told you about Elohim and what that mean, man. That's the new, that technology word. You just see, they throw us off of words. They throw us off of words, man. Come on, man. They throw us off of words. Whatever you good at, nobody has to teach you to do it. And the more that you keep doing it, you become better than some of the other ones that's been doing it. Because you believed and you did it with love. You got to love the shit that you don't want to go through. You got to love the shit that you don't want to go through.
And that's not easy. It's not easy
No,
to
it's
do that.
not.
It's not. But as I said before, anything that's worth anything, typically it's not easy. But you will find that as you go through the process of life, even though it doesn't feel good, even though it's hard, that it's going to prove itself to be worth the effort and worth the struggle that you went through to get to the point where you are. So also, you know, when you saying identify patterns and breaking patterns, don't give up. If you find yourself struggling to identify, don't just quick and say, well, you know what, it's hard, so I'm gonna just keep doing it. Nah, don't give up. Don't give up. You're oftentimes, man, and I have experienced this in my life, in my 43 years on this earth. A lot of the times, man, you right there at the breakthrough, and that's when you give up. That's when people give up, when they so close, when it's like you walk another 5-10 minutes and you're there. That's oftentimes when people give up, man. So you just gotta stay steadfast and knowing that when you've made up in your mind that it's time to do something different, then shouldn't be anything. There should not be anything. That sounded real bad. There should not be anything that stops you from making whatever change it is that you need to make. Shouldn't be. I know me. I'm the kind of person that once I got my mind made up, nobody but God Himself can tell me different.
Bible scripture, nothing. The 10
They can't.
Commandments,
It's yeah.
the
It's
law.
nobody. Yeah, it's nobody that's gonna
Yeah,
be able to tell me anything when I got my mind made up about something. Nobody.
yeah.
So you got to get
Whether
to
it's
that
right or
point.
wrong. I got
Right,
whether it's
wrong,
right or
good, bad,
wrong.
indifferent.
Yeah, it don't
Anything.
even matter. See, that's what I'm saying. That eliminated the process, a process of elimination.
Yep.
I eliminated, but I don't understand that. We eliminate what's bad and good when our mind is made up. Esco.
Man.
But we can't do that in everyday life. We can only do it
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. So I mean, we gotta make some decisions, man. Like this, and again, I speak for my brother when I say we're not saying that it's gonna be easy for you to just switch it up, and we're not saying that at all. We're not saying that. But what we are saying is that you have to make a conscious decision to do different. You have to. You have to. That's why I said, I appreciate the topic, but I want to take it a step further. It's not good enough to just say, okay, what's the pattern? I know what the pattern is.
Yeah.
Not good enough. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop there.
Yeah.
Now that you know what it is, what are you gonna do about it?
The starters
How you
kit.
gonna move?
The starters kit.
Yeah.
You ain't even open the kit. You just bought it.
Yep. So
It's sitting up in your closet.
yep.
Yeah. Remember.
You got it there. You got it
Yeah.
in the closet, but when you go take it out and put it on. Hello?
Yeah. Saving it. That's just like that
What
one
you
when he's talking about that man saved his talent.
yeah, what you saving it for? What are you saving it for? Like at some point you have to make up in your mind, okay, I know what it is now. Now what am I gonna do? How am I going to apply it? People like you say you tickle me every time you say it, but it's so true. People love quoting that Bible, but how are you applying it? Where is the application? Where is the application for the Bible?
Are you reading it because you're going through? You ain't even going through nothing, and you reading it because you worried about some shit. And the only reason why you worried about some shit is because it was from a decision you made. Come on, let's just break down all. Bury us. A decision you made all that happen.
Mm,
A lot of stuff stems from the decision you made. You could be telling everybody all the good things and when you gonna do it, and the next day, nothing. That's
not a
person A.
thing.
Person B, the next day, the person gonna do something different than what they did the day before. That's if you're granted the day, because they broke it down in day, because it's eternal. There's no we only got time because of a clock, people. So the eternal is that you physically can see in this dimension and physically have contact with somebody else in the dimension. So if you realize everything that you need to realize, you can live accordingly. But if you're afraid if you got 1 ounce of afraid, which is worry, and the Bible said don't have a spirit of that means that stuff can come into if it's a spirit, that means it can somebody can touch you and put that on you.
Yeah.
Somebody can touch you and put that on you. So again, you got your patterns, when you go around set 8 people over there, your ass act like this every single time. You go around them people, you act like this every time. And when you get over here, you act like this. Now imagine if you act like the same person in the same places. Now you really respect it, but comes respect. It's going to be a whole lot of backlash. And that backlash is somebody who does not identify your way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
The ones who identify your way of thinking, they can't wait till you utter another noun. They can't wait till they can't what they can't function unless you put some function there. So shout out to all the ones who are inspirators and motivators. It's some that's inspirating. When y'all think of that, y'all think of somebody who got a good talk and be up there yelling and everything. But it could be somebody who just has actions. And their actions is
Mm-hmm.
just as potent as your words. See, sometimes
Actually,
them words can be just
I,
a bunch of hoopla.
honestly, I'll take it a step further. I appreciate people who are about that action. Like Marshawn Lynch used to say, I don't do a lot of talking. I'm about that action. I respect people more who actually do versus those that do a lot of talking. I respect them more because you could say a whole bunch of stuff and not be saying anything. But you can't. But you cannot. But you
Nothing.
cannot dispute action.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't. So yeah, you could
So
be.
don't be the
People
one
could be
dressing up
talking and
words.
not saying a thing. So
Don't dress up
I
your
don't.
life behind screens. Yeah. Don't let your thumb transform you or deform you. Don't let your thumb do it. Hold on to the stuff that brings you a sense of peace. When you think
Mhm.
about it, it make you take a deep breath, like cold water hitting your body. You think about those moments when that shit ain't going right, when you in that rut. For the ones who feel like they ain't shit, for the ones who experience a loss of a loved one, a loss of a child, loss of a parent. And your ass still ticking, and then I don't know if somebody waiting on me to fall or not. I don't even care.
You shouldn't
I'm
care.
not supposed to stop. I'm not supposed to stop. I'm not supposed to stop. Like I said in my song, ain't no stopping me now. Nope. Uh-uh. And that's how you should do every day. Like it ain't no stop. Like ain't nobody stop you and be the best. Everyone, the 14 times you woke up, because if you hit a day, you woke up 14 times. So you can go back to 14 times. Those 14 times you think about what you did. You know what I'm saying? And you think about all those situations. Was that situation satisfied with what the definition of love mean to you? And I guarantee you can say no. But now that you was able to tune in, because a lot of people be praying for, hey man, God send me a sign. And then grown man Monday come on a Monday, and all the signs be thrown at you because somebody, you're interceding and everything. That's why you got 3 or 4 different people, 5 different strong people coming, hitting you with kind of all kinds of doses of of how men with with some sense. It ain't on that, ain't talking about that, yeah, we put humor in it. We can really get down like that. But it's gonna
Mhm.
pay off. And it don't have to pay off out in a don't have to be it don't have to be paid off and loud. Gals and podcasts, we don't want no recognition from nobody, but if you're gonna give out awards, be fair about giving out the awards. And I ain't talking about the ones who's doing awards, because I love the fact that Galveston got an award. I love the fact that Galveston got an award.
Shout out to
Galveston
Galveston.
podcast, we gonna expand, and we're gonna grow, and we're gonna continue to expand and grow. And watch out, because it is gonna be a household name. I don't think we just get on here for clicks and emojis, and nah, man. I like it when I go to work. You know what I'm saying? When I go to work, somebody say, man, you was on it, man. Hey, what you said, huh? That right there is better than receiving $20, $40, $100. Even though I can use every one of them presidents I just named. You can give it to me right now, cash out. But what I'm saying is that's better than that currency, because time and currency the same thing. Time and currency.
Mhm.
But that's not love. Time and currency is not love. Time is, like I said, is only clocked by having a clock. Because a week is not a week if it ain't no minute and hour. So if your everyday actions is the same, and your everyday actions and you're around good people, you wouldn't have to worry about acting out. But when you get around something that's wrong, it'll let you know because you're acting out. Now you got to take yourself out of the equation. Now you got to get out of it so you can be on the outside. And then now you line it up with one accord because you're not joined into nothing. Because if you join into something, somebody's not gonna like what you're doing or how you're doing it. But if you in there, you ain't worried about it because you're trying to please somebody in that group. But when you get out of that way of thinking, quit trying to get somebody's approval. Quit trying to get somebody's approval. Quit listening to people
Mhm.
tell you you're the reason why they. Quit letting people tell you you're the reason why they acting the way that they acting.
Yeah, it's nobody that has that. It should. Well, let me say it this way: there should not be anybody that can have that kind of control over you. Sadly, people allow it to happen, but that shouldn't be the case. Shouldn't be. Mm, man. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, we could definitely take that a whole bunch of different places, man.
Yeah, we can.
But listen, again, identify the patterns, identify the trend, but don't stop there. Take action. If it's a good trend, that's fine. But if it's a trend that's not benefiting you, adding value to your life, giving you wisdom, you got to make some decisions, man, on moving differently. Moving differently requires an action. You have to do something in order for you to move differently. You can't move differently without doing something different. Hello? You can't. You cannot do something
Can't do it.
differently. Or you can't say that you're doing something differently without doing something differently. I know that sounds crazy, but that's true. You're not gonna be able to do it. So don't try. Don't try.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Please don't do
So
it.
our closing thoughts. How we gonna close it? We're gonna do a little something different. We're gonna round down to the end unless it's one of them good ones. Have these little closing thoughts, and all it is setting a goal. I'm gonna set a goal. Set a goal to be the best person, the, the best person in everywhere that I go. And what I mean by best person is, like I say, bring my just me. I ain't got to go overboard to do it. I ain't got to go above and beyond. I'm just be me and be my natural me and make sure that somebody else to take that home. You know what I'm saying? I'm just passing energy shot.
Hmm. And for me,
Tell somebody you love them, man. Tell somebody you've been thinking about you love them. Tell
I,
somebody
I,
you've
and
been
I,
thinking about you love them, man.
I think, and the way I want to close this out, bro, is this. I think we get so caught up, especially in the age of social media, that we're giving our all and we're competing with people that are only showing their highlight reel. So the only person that you should compete with is who you used to be. Don't try and compete with somebody that's only showing you the good but not the process, or they're showing you what their version of their good is. Don't do that, man. I always say I always want to be better than who I used to be. I'm not competing with nobody. Nobody. Because you'll disappoint yourself that way. Compete with who you used to be. That's all. That's all I got, man.
Yes, sir. We want to give time out to tell everybody thank y'all who be tuning in. Make sure you tune in next Monday at 7 p.m. Share, like, subscribe. Subscribe to all our. We're gonna get it to where, like I say, it's coming. Everything that is supposed to happen is coming. I've been talking to myself this weekend and been telling myself that you got to put that foot on that gas a little bit more harder, and you
Yes,
got to
sir.
be consistent because it's changing out here, and I need you to do what you do to make sure and let people know it's changing out here and how to
Yep.
deal with the change. Yeah, that shit gonna hurt y'all, but hey, once you once you get over that part, hey, well, getting over it is once you getting over it, yeah, it's gonna feel good.
Yeah. And I want to give a shout out to my brother, Black Bato, for tapping in. I'm not sure why he's on. I'm sure he probably got stuff going on, but I can always appreciate somebody who is authentically themselves. And again, when we talk about you know, instead of speaking on it, actually doing it. That man, he had a vision about the give back, and so I want to just give a shout out to him and give him his flowers for definitely doing the thing down there. And I'm praying for that brother, man. I'm praying for him to whatever vision it is that he has that he wants to see to come to pass, that it will come to pass in the timing that it's supposed to, and just continue to keep him lifted up, man. Keep him lifted up and his coming and his going and his family and all that good stuff. So shout out to my brother Black Bato. What's happening, bro?
Yeah, there you go. You already know. He pick up that phone and call me. I'm there. So he already know. But we gotta I'll talk to you after the show. Talk to
Yes,
you after
sir.
the show whenever we get a chance. I know that all of us though, we all gonna get on and we gonna chop it up. I'm tell you, cause I gotta tell y'all the vision. I tell y'all the vision and then we can put it out there. But that vision came to me and it had a lot to do with you had a lot to do with it, Esco. You had a lot to do
Okay.
with it. That night that we was on, that it was 2 Mondays ago. You, Gray, and everybody was on. So y'all sparked it. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you pray for. Uh, I thank everybody for coming out tonight. Again, each and every Monday, Grown Man Mondays, we'll be talking about current events. mental health checks, and every other thing that we need to talk about during that time. So again, y'all tune in to that. I'll see y'all next Monday.
God bless. Good night.
And we swing, I don't care what they say about me. 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 I'm a grinder, homes. I'm a shiner, homes. Got my diamonds on. Turn the camera on. In stacks I trust. Sips and school zones. Jolly ranchers in mud until my cup gone. No names told. I gotta stick to the code. Putting heat to my verses, but my mouth froze.